Sit down, apprentice. Today we will speak of one of the most fearsome and tragic Sith Lords to ever walk the galaxy, Darth Malgus. His story is not one of mere conquest, but one of vision. A vision that would change the Sith, the galaxy, in the course of history. You will learn from his rise and his fall, for he embodies the true nature of the Sith, relentless ambition, absolute power, and ultimate betrayal. Listen well. Darth Malgus was not born with a destiny, apprentice. He was born as Varadun on the dark and stormy world of Dromund Kaz, a planet steeped in the shadows of the ancient Sith. In this oppressive atmosphere, the weak did not survive. From an early age, Malgus was forced to grow strong or perish. His training, harsh and unforgiving, was a brutal crucible. Varadun was no stranger to pain. He learned to fight, to kill, to survive. He was fierce, but his power was not in his physical strength alone. It was his capacity to embrace the darkness within him. In the Sith Empire, emotion is not a flaw, apprentice. Anger, hatred, and fear, these are strengths, not weaknesses, my apprentice. As a Sith warrior, Malgus was unmatched. His rise through the ranks was swift, not because of political intrigue, but because of his brutality on the battlefield. He did not ask for power. He seized it. His first major victory came at the Battle of Alderaan, where he led the Sith forces in a full-scale assault on the Republic. It was here that Malgus became a symbol of the Empire's strength. He was no mere soldier. Malgus understood that true power came from domination. He believed the galaxy should bend to the will of the Sith, not through empty words, but through action, through strength. At Alderaan, Malgus did more than fight. He sent a message. It was here amidst the wreckage of the Republic's stronghold that Malgus realized the Sith needed something more than just military victories. He sought to reshape the galaxy in a new image, one that would reflect his vision of power. But in order to do this, the Sith Empire itself needed to change. Malgus began to question the Empire's true purpose. The Sith Empire, in his eyes, had become complacent. The Emperor, the Dark Council, none of them had the vision to lead the galaxy toward true domination. To Malgus, the Sith leadership was weak. They adhered to their politics, their power struggles, while the galaxy burned in chaos. Yet, even the greatest Sith are not immune to the pull of attachment. Malgus found something in Elena, a companion who understood him, perhaps better than anyone else. A powerful bond, though not one of love as you might imagine, but one built of mutual ambition. She became his equal, his partner in the dark side. But Malgus, sensing his attachment to Elena, decided to strike her down. She was his greatest weakness. Her death weighed heavy on Malgus, his thoughts haunted by her memory, which began to feed his anger. Her death became one of his greatest sources of strength. With Elena gone, Malgus no longer cared for the Sith Empire's politics. He had seen its true face. The Empire had no ambition to conquer the galaxy in a way that was worthy of a true Sith. They were weak, constrained by their outdated structures and their obsession with petty infighting. By now, Malgus had become a legend in his own right. But it was not enough. The rebellion he started was not one of an outsider. It was the rebellion of a Sith who believed he could remake the galaxy in his own image. A galaxy where strength, not politics, ruled. And thus came Malgus's downfall. Not because of his enemies, but because of his own hubris. His vision of a new Sith Empire blinded him to the true nature of power. He underestimated the will of his former allies, and he overestimated his own ability to challenge the very foundation of the Sith. The dark side can make you powerful, apprentice, but it can also destroy you. Malgus was consumed by his vision, by his belief that he could control the very forces that had shaped the Sith. He died not as a conqueror, but as a cautionary tale. Though Malgus died in battle, his legacy did not fade. His vision, his unyielding belief that power must come through strength and ambition would echo through the Sith for centuries. His name would be whispered by those who would follow in his footsteps, seeking power, desiring to reshape the galaxy. Malgus's story is a reminder to all Sith: never let the dark side blind you to your own flaws. Embrace the darkness, but never let it consume you completely. Power is not just taken, it must be understood. And while ambition is the path to greatness, it can also be the path to your undoing. Go now, apprentice. Walk the path of Darth Malgus. Seek your own power, but remember his fall. The dark side will give you strength, but only if you can control it. Let his legacy guide you, for it is the legacy of all who would seek to dominate this galaxy.